Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sergeant Fott Fieldhouse at the Superior Heights High School, where tonight in senior action, the White Pines Wolverines bring their new look senior Wolverines against these Steelhawks in high school action, Sault Ste. Marie Sports. Welcome to all of you who are joining us on Saultsports.com. Thank you for joining us, Truos Radio, and thank you for supporting Sault Ste. Marie High School football. We've got a great matchup here. Scott McPherson talking to you live, and we are excited for the kickoff coming up in shortly. Today we have the 0-1 Superior Heights Steelhawks facing the 0-1 White Pines Wolverines, both coming off losses last week to formidable opponents in Cora Colts and St. Mary's Knights, each looking for their first win this season. One of them will be crowned 1-1 after tonight. Speaking to Will Bazois, Coach Will Bazois, who is just taking over this White Pines senior program and reinstating it after a hiatus of a couple of years, looked to me today and said, we are simply ready for football. No predictions, no guarantees of wins, no chalkboard material for the Steelhawks, just a simple, we are ready for football. So I'm joined here by Coach Bonifero, who is running late after practice and preparing his team after a great game yesterday. And I welcome him to the microphone and welcome you here for our big game today between these Steelhawks and White Pines Wolverines. If you're not busy tonight, come on down. If you're busy, cancel your plans, get over here. It's going to be a great heavyweight fight, a great tilt in the senior division with one team getting their first win of the season tonight. So come on down. We're at the Sergeant Fott Fieldhouse at Superior Heights, looking for great things. So, Coach, on the run, what do you think?
I'm excited for this game. I mean, these are two teams. You know, the White Pines senior team, we know all about them. We know about the skill players that they have. You know, these guys, they were, pretty good players last year. In junior, they were able to pick up a couple wins. They're fairly young, I think, for a senior team, right? Lots of grade 11s on this team, and a lot of their, better players are in grade 11 right now. The Steelhawks senior team, excited to see them too. They're relatively young as well. A lot of grade 11s, so this should be a good game here tonight, and excited to see what happens. How did the junior game finish? I didn't even see or hear.
It was a great game. Down 13 or 12 at the half. White Pines ran into a little trouble in the end, just wearing down, and 42-18 was the final.
Oh, wow.
But a great game and much closer than it appeared.
Fair
the
enough.
Steelhawks able to stretch it out in the late stages of the game, running at will on a depleted short bench for the Wolverines. But again, no quit in those Wolverines, and you can expect the same thing tonight here in the senior loop. So
I'm actually really excited for this game. I was talking about it yesterday, and we were talking about it with a few at practice, a few football guys here, and this should be a good game. Superior Heights is kind of in a transition stage with Coach DeSando taking over there in his first season here with Superior Heights. I actually coached Matt back when he was in Sioux Minor football way back. His dad coached with me for a number of years, and nice to see him out here and getting this opportunity. He's a very knowledgeable, dedicated young man, and nice to see the young kids kind of giving back, especially here at the high school loop.
And of course, a lot of those guys that come back after their playing days are over and throw their hat into coaching, and even from the SaberCats loop and the St. Mary's football program, a lot of the young guys coming in and pushing us old guard out, but they come with a bunch of skill and talent and enthusiasm and passion for the game, and it bodes well for the future of St. Mary's football now that us old guys are going gray or
absolutely
pulling it out.
You know what? It's been a number of years since I've been on the sideline, and you mentioned coach and stuff. So this right here was something that they never did back in the day, even 5-6 years ago when I was coaching, and it's only been a couple games for us, but I really enjoy that as a coach. I think that's a nice show of sportsmanship that the opposing captains come over and say good game, and I really like that. That's one of the changes I've really noticed from being on the sidelines again, was just something as simple as that. So
Yeah, and a lot of things that you see in the football field. I mean, the sportsmanship, the competition, the back and forth, the rivalries, but even things as simple as last night watching some of the team captains come out arm in arm, interlocked, and then you see these junior teams this afternoon. Superior's team imitated that. The juniors were coming out there locked arm in arm, and you know what? That's just little traditions you start. I mean, me being an alumni of St. Mary's, we had our traditions. Hail Mary, Queen of Victory, pray for us.
Yep.
All those crazy little rituals, all the things that stick with you and you know, bond you for life as teammates and players. And it's great to see. And again, moved every time I come to the field. The support that the fans give, all of these athletes just giving everything to live their best life.
It's funny you mentioned that, because you know, when you're coaching, you're not looking at the stands, right? And yesterday, I had one of my assistant coaches kind of just lean over my shoulder, and he goes, "Bono, look at the crowd." And for a junior football game, there wasn't a single seat. Like, it looked like people were standing 5 rows deep here. It was insane. It was really cool to see. So you're right. It's nice to see the support in the community. As White Pines, DeVries is going to be, or DeVries, sorry, is back to kick off, and DeVries with a short kick right, and it's picked up there by Jones. Kevin Jones with a nice smart play, bounces off a few tackles, and he's finally taken down by number 20, which we don't.
Xavier Rollinson with tackle.
Oh, there he is, Xavier Rollinson. Sorry, I missed that.
Spear Heights from their own 42-yard.
Yeah, Scott, I listened to you guys last night in the senior game, and you and Ryan did a terrific job. Great, you know, nice to. It was interesting to be on the other side of the microphone and kind of listen to it. So, well done, yeah.
And it was interesting working with Ryan and his view and perspective on the game, and obviously watching my son play is the focus divided, and I tried to stay on the page, but we had a great time. It was a great game, and you're going to expect another one tonight. So,
Goche at quarterback here for Superior Heights. He takes the snap. He fakes it to Russian, and he takes it to the right side, makes a guy miss, and nice tackle by Nicholas Loudet on the outside. Goche, you know, we don't have to say much about him. You and I talked about him quite a bit this summer playing for the Sioux Sabercats. He was a safety for them this year, and, you know, he had, 3 interceptions in one game, I believe it was. You know, he had really came on strong at the end of the season, and, you know, nice to see him play quarterback here.
And it's fun to watch, and nice play selection. They chose usually first play from scrimmage, you go to your feature back, and nice fake to Russian. Goche with a big gain.
Goche takes the snap. He hands it off to number 80, Cole Cond. And Cole makes a few guys miss, and he's finally tackled after a gain of 14. Tackled by number 13, Rowan Wislocky on the stop. Cole Cond, a AAA hockey player, you know a bit about him.
And we talk about that and how, you know, what these players, as they get into their senior years in high school and they come to a sport for the first time, and Cole Cond obviously may have played some MFL, but now imagine how good he could have been had he 4 years under his belt in high school football.
Goche in the gun. 2 receivers lined up to the outside, and he hands it off up the middle, and Ty Russian is swallowed up by Keenan Busno in the backfield.
43, Arthur Vincent with a nice help there with Busno on the tackle, so not much to gain, maybe even a loss on the play.
Yeah, we'll call it a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 11 here. Not a bad first drive, though, for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, able to pick up a couple first downs. Goche again lines up, 2 running backs lined up beside him, 2 slots and 2 receivers. Russian motions to his right. He rolls to his right. He looks, and he's got a man, and it's dropped on the outside.
Pass intended for number
12.
Jacob Nelson on the intended receiver.
And that would have been close to the first down. Nice coverage there. Nice little play design by the Steelhawks as well, and it'll be 3rd down and 11.
And nice job of Goche delivering the ball. Unfortunately, number 12 unable to secure that and bring it in, but Nelson will have some more chances later in the game, and nice job by the Wolverines to force a punt.
On to kick is number 10, Chase Meyer.
Looks like McCorkle back to receive with number 8 or 9. Neshoba
Yeah,
Moore. Probably.
Moore back, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Nice kick there. Drops inside the 10, but it's taken by McCorkle, and McCorkle picks up about 10 yards on the return, and the White Pines Wolverines will take over first down and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And a very respectable job on the first drive for the Wolverines to shut that down and give their offense a chance to get rolling in their inaugural season upon their return after hiatus. So Will Bazwa, coach of the Wolverines, excited to play today. Just said, I'm ready for football. So let's see what these Wolverines can do.
Referees blow it in with 9:15 to play here in the first. And there's a handoff to Busno. Busno to the left side. Makes some guys miss, and he scampers for 13 yards, and he picks up a first down for the Wolverines.
And again, Keenan Busno, another great hockey player, great athlete, great family, and a kid that really, truly enjoys playing the game. You'll probably see his big smile from here if he lights it up and goes for a big gainer, because Keenan's always loving his sports.
Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top athlete of the game when Sault Sports TV streams and True House Sports Radio broadcasts their regular season and postseason games. Each game, Sault Sports TV announcers will select the player of the game from each one of the teams, and they will be awarded a $10 Wendy's gift card and a Team Essentials t-shirt for Athlete of the Game. That's a nice little promotion for this season, a $10 Wendy's gift card. That's props to Wendy's.
Congratulations to them, and thank you to them. I've seen some of these guys, and I don't think $10 will go very far. I've seen my son destroy a Baconator without blinking. So number 4 on the carry.
Loudet takes it to the outside. What a block by number 8, Neshoba Moore. My goodness. What a terrific block downfield. And that allows Loudet to pick up, we'll call it 18 yards, and it'll be another first down and 10 Wolverines.
Nice job by Loudet with the freeze on the player who came to him and moved right and froze the back. Able to gain a couple extra, moving up to the 53-yard line. So we'll take over first down for the 53.
Pine lines up. He's got one receiver to his right, and he looks to his right, and it's off of Moore's hands. And Moore, a sure-handed receiver. You don't see that every day. I'm sure Neshoba will make up for that at some point in this game. But it'll be an incomplete pass, second down and 10.
What a great job by Pine delivering the ball. Obviously, Moore wants that one back, but that was a money shot right to the numbers. And Pine's going to have himself a big year this year. I loved watching him play last year in the junior ranks, and he's stepped up and poised and ready for big things this year.
Pine again in the shotgun. Double tight, wide receiver lined up to the right. And he gives it inside, and it's Busno again. And Busno breaks one, and he cuts it back up the middle, and he's finally taken down by number 19, Logan Deering.
Excellent run.
Man, what a run by Busno.
Fantastic run by Busno, and Logan Deering with a big
Number 19, Logan
boom,
Deering in on the tackle.
making the stop at the end. Stopped them on a dime, but after a big gain from Busno, it's another first down. It looks like they'll spot it on the 37-yard line. So nice running there by Busno, and he'll be asked to carry a load today.
Pine again lines up. He's got two receivers now lined up to his right. Pine looks to roll to his right. Good pressure by the Wolverines. Terrific coverage downfield. And he's brought down by number 75, Brady Hodkinson.
75, Brady Hodkinson.
And that's a loss on the play.
And that's what we call a coach a coverage sack. Pine having lots of chances to look downfield, check off different receivers, and Steelhawks able to do a nice job to man up, and Pine ended up having to eat that one for a loss of 2 on the play. It looks like it's 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 it is, and Pine lines up with Busno to his right, and he hands it to Busno as Busno goes to his left. And he's brought down. Nice tackle on the play again there by number 22, I believe.
Curtis Bondar on the play.
Curtis Bondar. Nice to see Curtis out there playing. Curtis played for me back in the Sioux Minor days. Outstanding young man. He was a lineman for me, actually, so nice to see him out playing some.
I was going to say a big
backer.
A big defensive starter. I remember him as a big defenseman playing hockey, and great kid. Having some success here.
Moore on to attempt, or sorry, it looks like he's going to punt with 6:01 to play in the first. Looks like White Pines has a man on. Oh, no, he was going to be onside, but. And Moore with a beautiful punt into the end zone. Or close to the end zone. It's taken on the 1.
Cole Kahn gets loose.
By Cole Kahn, and Cole gets to the right side, makes some more guys miss. There is a flag, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. We'll see what that flag is. It might be, it's in the area of holding or illegal block in the back or something, but generally those flags will be on the offense. Nice little return there by Kahn, picking it up at the 1-yard line. I thought he was going to get tackled a couple times there, but able to show that lower body strength and make some nice plays.
And these receivers and punt returners have been very elusive. Even in yesterday's game, you see a lot of them getting away, closing in on them, and somehow they spring loose and get through to the next level and make it a nice return. Cole Kahn fielding that one on the 1. Obviously, White Pines hoping to pound it into the end zone and they'll score at least a single, but Cole Kahn doing a nice job getting that out, and looks like they're going to spot it about the 18-yard line. We'll wait and see after the penalty. And, Coach, it's hard to get used to transitioning from 4-down football in the junior ranks.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I'm wondering why they're punting on third, but we'll get that figured out, and we're excited to bring you this big heavyweight match, senior division, high school football. You missed a great one in the junior ranks. If you were able to watch it, you saw the Steelhawks top the Wolverines 42-18 in a great game, great statement game for the Steelhawks. Obviously, both teams are going to take a lot from it and look at the video and fix some things and grow towards playoff time.
Goche lines up in the gun. There's motion. He hands it off, or fake handoff again, and Goche keeps it to the right side. And nice tackle on the outside again there by number 13, Rowan Wisloski again with another tackle.
Rowan Wisloski in on the tackle.
Rowan Wisloski, another hockey player turned to football player. I don't think he played last year, did Wisloski in junior? But,
not sure. Name sounds familiar. He might have played. He either played this or basketball because they've definitely called his name before. So
yeah.
And the the Steelhawks again.
Another first down.
It was a first down, so 1st and 10. 4:50 to play. Goche lines up in the gun. Goche hands it off this time. And another nice pickup to the right side. I believe that was Cuglietta, possibly, number 16. Believe that.
Number 18.
Oh, 18, Nick Deering, sorry.
Okay.
Galen Cuglietta.
No, it was Cuglietta. They don't. It's hard to see the number up here. We apologize, but that's a nice gain of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1. 2 nice play calls early on here by the Steelhawks to get out of their own zone here. As Goche lines up again in the gun, the slots motion in. Goche hands it to Russian this time, and Russian spins out of a tackle, lowers his shoulder, but he fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by the Steelhawks.
Covered by the Steelhawks, I believe.
What a great hustle play by number 11, Tyler Greco, running down the field. Nice play there.
A nice carry by Russian. Obviously, put it on the ground, which is something you don't like to see, but absolutely taking on Ethan McCorkle and dropping him backwards for a loss and then falling forward. He's got to hold on to that ball. Russian, a great big back, and with a little mean streak, he's fun to watch. So stay tuned and keep an eye on number 1.
Goche again takes it, fakes it to Russian this time, and he keeps it. He goes to the outside, and nice
Gaucher
tackle
keeps
by
it,
Loudit.
gets to the outside.
That's going to be
Run
a
out of
short
bounds,
gain
tackle
on
by
the
number
play.
4,
Gain
Nicholas
of,
Loudit.
we'll call it a gain of
Good
5.
for about a 5-6 yard gain.
And it's so nice to see when you have a quarterback that is a dual threat. Someone to just stay in the pocket and throw, and someone to just dish the ball. You see there with them having to respect Gauthier and his running ability, and they're mixing it up with a run to rush and back to Gauthier, and keeps Wolverines just on their heels a little bit and waiting to react to see where the ball goes. And definitely advantage for Steelhawks.
Superior Heights again lines up in their traditional formation. This time Russian with a beautiful cutback, and he's going to get enough for the first down and then some.
He breaks the tackle.
Ty
Gets
Russian
down to
picks
the
up
45.
another
Good for
20
about
yards.
14
Man, he
yards
planted
and a
that
first down.
foot, Scott, and cut back, and what a counter that was.
Looked at a hole he was intended to and didn't see anything, so he ran backwards or cut back and able to pick up first down to the 44. And if you like to watch hard-nosed hard running and hard football, straight ahead, Keenan Busno and Russian so far delivering on their promise to bring that heat today.
First down and 10, Steelhawks from the Wolverines' 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Gauthier takes the gun snap, and he looks, and he throws it out into the flats to Cuglietta, and Cuglietta makes a man miss. He goes to the outside, and he's finally taken down by McCorkle. A gain of 22 more for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. And my goodness, Cuglietta just made something happen there.
And a perfectly executed screen. I mean, he was out there on the flats by himself. He had one guy to beat. Nice block ahead. Gain of 22, picking up first and 10 from the 22-yard line. So well executed, nice play. Steelhawks look like a very polished offense. Not really a second week into the season. They're firing on all cylinders here. So
Gauthier fakes it, and again he pulls it out, and he goes. He makes a man miss on the outside, and he slides wisely, but unfortunately he kind of took out the feet there of, I believe that was Arthur Vincent, and nice to see Arthur get up, but he took the wrong end of that shot there.
Yeah, and of course Gauthier trying to preserve himself for later in the game. You don't want to take a big lick, especially as much as he's going to be running the ball. So nice decision to slide. Thankful that Vincent is okay.
Yeah, the defensive ends of the Wolverines keep going for the running back almost every time on that, so look for that adjustment. As Gauthier rolls to his left, he's got a man, and it's caught there.
Pass complete to number 11, Tyler Greco.
Greco with the catch, and he's down at the 2-yard line.
Needing to get to the 1 to move the sticks, but inside the red at the 2, they bring up second and goal from the 3-yard line by the spot.
Yep, second down, and we'll call it 2.5, I guess, because if they get to the half-yard line, they'll get a first. But Gauthier has it again in the gun. He lines up. He goes right under center. He's just going to take it up the middle, and Gauthier follows the line, and he's in for the touchdown. What a job by that offensive line, led by number 66, Keegan Staniforth, and number 93, which we don't have a number for, and number 68, Griffin Sears and Andrew Church, it looks like. So nice job by the offensive line.
And again, that offense just running polished as if they're in mid-season form. Nice work on Gauthier to step up under center, and Wolverines a little slow to react and able to pound it in from 3 yards out. Looks like
Gauthier, Mr. Do-It-All, is on to kick as well. And there's a flag on the play.
But there's a flag marker down.
The kick is good. I think that might be encroachment on the defense, but we'll see.
It looks like that was Cuglietta with the hold. Nice job there. It's hard to see between 16 and 18, but either Cuglietta or Deering with the hold. Did you say there was missed?
There is a flag, but we'll see it. There was a flag. I just don't know if anyone noticed it.
They hadn't put up the single yet.
Oh, so it is the offside, so I believe that'll probably be declined.
Perfect. So 7-0 score, 4.4 seconds to go in the first quarter. So that was as quick as a quarter as you're going to get.
Yeah, lots of running in this game, so no real surprise there. Obviously, they have to have a discussion about that.
We thank you for joining us on Saultsports.com, True Host Media. We're glad to join and to provide this game for you and do the call on it. If you're missing it, yesterday the Cora Colts topped the St. Mary's Knights in senior action to kick off a great week 2, and we're following this up tonight with another great big tilt here with the White Pines Wolverines versus the Spear Heights Steelhawks. Obviously, the Hawks out to an early 7-0 lead, but White Pines looking to get the ball back and answer their own. So,
I know football's a team game, but you could make the argument quite easily that it was Gazzetti versus the St. Mary's Knights last night. That kid is unbelievable. Watching him run, even, we often talk about, things don't look as fast on TV, right? When you see them live, they look faster. Watching this game last night, he looks fast on TV.
Yeah, and I knew he was fast. How fast? And I think he's even faster, a little stronger, a little bigger.
Yeah.
And hard to, if you lose a step on Mr. Gazzetti, he'll make you pay.
Goche with a short kick to the right. There is a flag, and it's recovered by the Steelhawks, number 33, Gavin Nye. Yeah.
And nice job. Obviously, they were watching the junior game.
We'll see what the flag is, though.
We do have a flag now.
The Steelhawks in the junior game had about 3 or 4 onside kicks, which they converted many. So
the Wolverines have 13 on the field. No, I don't think so, actually, because he's talking to them. So they're calling offside against the Steelhawks. So that's a big break for the Wolverines, as they'll have an opportunity to get the ball back.
Rather unfortunate after he executed a perfect onside kick there. Number 33, Gavin Nye, able to come up with the ball, but somebody was a little overzealous over the line before time. So White Pines will get another chance at it.
Yeah, shout out to a few people watching the game here tonight. Jeff Morgan's watching. His boy Jax plays for the Cora senior team, and I believe he's watching his daughter's boyfriend, Cohen Fremlin, out here for Superior Heights. So shout out to the Morgan family. They're all involved in football, and they do a lot of work with Sioux Minor football, and they have kids, from one end to the other. So shout out to them, and thanks so much for your continued support of football here in the Sioux. And there's another short kick, but this time they don't get the right bounce, and it goes out of bounds. So the White Pines Wolverines will take over 1st and 10.
We do have a flag on the play.
Another flag on the play, so we'll see if that gives us another play in this first quarter. But nice kick. Obviously ran out of bounds, and
so White Pines will get the ball 1st down and 10 from their own 40-yard line, I believe. Or they have the option of re-kicking. It might be the 45, actually, but I guess we'll find out here shortly.
That was kind of an intermediate onside kick, with a little deeper than the original 10 yards and goal. But had it worked, it would have been pretty impressive. A little deep kick, and they had that soft zone underneath that nobody was covering. So that's why I was able to run out of bounds like that.
So they're going to accept the penalty, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wolverines, with 2.6 seconds to play here in the first quarter. So this should be the last play of the quarter.
So after the penalties attached, White Pines is 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Call on the play for the penalty was just offside? No,
no,
the
ball,
just out
the
of
ball,
bounds.
yeah,
Just,
the ball went out
okay.
of bounds. So
I thought there was additional flag on it, but no, just okay.
Here's Pine. He takes it. Pine hands it off inside, and what a stop as Buzznose brought down by Nathan Adams for a loss of 1 on the play.
Nathan
Adams is a secondary position. Was he on a blitz? Because that he got in there in a hurry. Nice penetration. Unless he's playing in the linebacker spot. I'd seen him last week in the deep coverage, but nice play in either way by Nathan Adams, so well done.
So as the two teams switch sides here,
we're going to feature one of our sponsors here today, Northern Sports Excellence. At Northern Sports Excellence, they carry CCM, Bauer, Warrior Hockey, and True. Rawlings, Under Armour, Mizuno, Easton, Adidas, ASICS, Reebok, and Wilson. With their massive hockey inventory and unparalleled variety of baseball and softball equipment, they have you covered. Remember, families matter, communities matter, and now more than ever, fun matters. So make sure you visit Northern Sports Excellence at 197 Trunk Road in Sault Ste. Marie. White Pines ready to take over. We're ready to start the second quarter. And ball on the 40.
And Pine again takes it. Pine hands it off to Busno, and Busno gets some room to the left side. Great push by the offensive line of the Wolverines. Beautiful and he's run. Finally Good taken down by number 20, Cole Clement. Cole Clement, one of my all-time favorites from Sioux Minor football. Another man, another kid who comes from, you know, one of the first families of football here in Sault Ste. Marie, the Clement family. They were part of Sioux Minor football for, my goodness, I think it was 20 years between the first and last kid. So shout out to them if they're paying attention. And,
we have an injury timeout.
And again, we appreciate that. It's nice to see those kids, you know, exceeding in the high school ranks. And Tristan Hallsworth is down for the Wolverines, and that's a big loss if he's not unable to come back. He's a heck of an athlete and a heck of a player.
And it's funny you mentioned Clement, because I believe there's a Max Clement playing in the junior ranks. Would that be a brother or a cousin? But he had himself a game this afternoon in the Steelhawks win against the White Pines Wolverines. Max Clement. And again, you mentioned family and how important it is, and obviously family, it's nice to see all these families out here and all the fan clubs. I was talking to a young lady who got her pom-poms on Amazon, and she was cheering for her brother. I'm going to get that name for you, but there she was with mom, dad, grandma, and the whole big fan club. So awesome to see families and all the fan clubs and all the support for all these athletes here in Sault Ste. Marie as they live in their high school best.
Shout out to Gabe Barkley, who's tuned into this game as well. Gabe was an outstanding high school athlete here for the Superior Heights Steelhawks for a number of years. Had the pleasure of coaching him when he was younger, when I believe grade 9 basketball, and outstanding young man from an outstanding family. And thanks for tuning in, Gabe, and hope all is well, man. As the Wolverines take it, and there's a nice pass and throw. Catch made there by Wisłowski, and he's taken down. You want to talk about a gang tackle? That's a gang tackle by Superior Heights, led by number 19, Logan Deering.
By a bunch of them.
And number 22, Curtis Bondar as well. That'll be a gain of, we'll call it 2 on the play, and second down and 8.
And you mentioned Gabe Barkley. Is he not playing football at out of town? Where's he playing straight now?
I'm drawing a blank on where Gabe went too. Gabe, let us know where you went, because I've been thinking about it here. I thought you went to one of 2 places, and I couldn't remember which one. So let us know how things are going there as well. And there's Loudon. He takes it to the right side. There's a flag on the play.
He gets past the 45.
Nice tackle by number 45 by Michael Weiss. We'll see what the flags are. They're in the area of holding, but that was a nice run there by the Wolverines.
And the Wolverines seem to be marching the ball nicely, mixing up a good deal of running and passing, keeping the Hawks on their toes. See where the flag, hopefully they can, oh, it's an offside, or a hold rather.
It'll be a holding call against the Wolverines, so that'll likely be accepted. We'll replay second down, and it'll be second down and 18 with 10:13 to play. What a beautiful night this is, though, Scott, here? I mean, we're pretty lucky to have this kind of weather still right now.
It's never a bad night for football, but a nice night in terms of the weather. The wind is blowing a little bit, but it's clear. The lights have just come on. We are Friday Night Lights official, and you have nothing to do, come on to visit. We're 10:13 to go in the second quarter. There's lots of game left. Come on out, get some excitement here on your weekend.
And here goes the Wolverines. Pine is in the backfield, and he takes it, the snap. He hands it off to Busno again, and what a job there by the defensive line of the Steelhawks.
Can't get a number here, but
Number 8, I think that was.
I believe it is. Colt Yeaman.
Colt Yeaman with a heck of a play. And Gabe does go to Ottawa. That's where he is. He is down in Ottawa.
And is he playing football in Ottawa for the GGs?
Yeah, as far as I know, he is, absolutely. So,
excellent.
Yeah, he
was a star.
He's one of those kids with his work ethic alone. That kid can make some noise down at the university level. That's for sure. And
looks like that'll be an offside against White Pines.
That's a big penalty there.
Guard and tackle both moved on that one, and that'll bring them back a few. Bring up 2nd and 13 probably. Yeah, Barkley, I remember playing as a quarterback last year for these Steelhawks, and not a tremendous supporting cast. He was asked to do a lot of the job himself, and did a bang-up job. Great running the ball, great leader, and great distributing that ball to his receivers. So wish him all the best, and anybody that's moving away to pursue their football and their academics. I know we have 6 or 7 Sioux boys down in St. Clair College. So wishing them all the best this Sunday as they take on their opponent.
Pine, he takes it with a beautiful throw to the outside. I believe that's Moore on the catch.
Nice.
He's going to be stopped 2 yards short of the first down.
2 yards from the line or the first down marker.
So that was an 11-yard gain. So the Wolverines will have a decision to make here. 3rd down and 1 with 9:05 to play in the second quarter. Looks like they're going to mark him down on the 50-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Big gamble here. Let's see if it pays off for the Wolverines.
Pine tries to get them to jump. Good discipline by the Steelhawks. And I'm not sure if they called a timeout. Oh, they did call a timeout.
So trying to draw the offside, get a free set of downs. May they reset and choose to punt and pin the Steelhawks deep.
Good call there. I don't mind that whatsoever.
No,
try and get them to bite. Yeah.
Wasting a timeout, but hopefully they won't need that later in the half. But I mentioned St. Clair Saints. Again, if you're in the Toronto area, Chinguacousy Park this Sunday against GTA Grizzlies, 1 o'clock. You can check out all your Sioux boys playing for the St. Clair Saints. So, again, wishing all of them well. Many of those players, members of that Ontario Championship SaberCats team this summer who dominated down in Windsor. Big congratulations to them and their program on a great accomplishment, and much success going forward. Bright future ahead for both SaberCats junior and senior varsity.
Pine lines up in the gun. He hands it off and they go for it. It's taken by Loudit to the right side, and he gets the first down.
You need 2, you get 15. That's a good gamble, and it pays off for the White Pines Wolverines. So both of these teams are doing a nice job marching the ball, mixing it up with a little left, a little right, up the gut, putting the ball in the air, keeping the other defense on their toes, and nice job by the Wolverines there.
Just as you made that wind comment about how it kind of died down and all of a sudden had to pick up again.
All I have to do is be more accurate than Carl Bonack, and I'm
right.
running about 32%, so I'm leaps and bounds.
Oh, what a reference. And Pine with a quick throw over the middle again, and a nice throw and catch.
Throw.
I believe that's Moore again, picks up a first down.
to about the 25-yard
Look
line
at
and a
Pine's
first down.
delivery, very compact, very tight, just
Yeah.
barely stepped into that, but zipped that ball in there to his receiver, and nice to watch.
21 again.
Like to see
and
him
no
step
call
into
for
it and
tackle.
launch it long,
First and
but
10 from the 25.
great job by Pine to get that ball out to his receiver.
The Wolverines in the huddle with 7:26 to go and counting. They better hustle to the line here as
There's no 24-second clock.
and here they go. The Wolverines line up in the gun, and it's taken by Busno. And Busno just rolls to the right, and there's
with a
two
good hard
flags on the play.
Cohen Fremlin, number
flag
7,
on
looked
the
like a
play.
late hit on the play after Busno was already down, so we'll see what the call
Tackle
is.
Cohen, Fremlin, and Cole Clement.
Clement also in on
We
the
do have a
tackle.
flag.
First on the scene. That'll be inexpensive.
Do the officials they don't have the mics on tonight, eh?
No, they had it yesterday in the games.
I love that. I love when they have the mics on. It's great.
It does add a little advantage for the fans too, and a nice touch as long as referee remembers to shut it off when he's not live. But the junior game, they didn't have it today. They only were down to 4 officials for the junior game, so I'm not sure how many we have out today.
So that'll be a
5,
15. Yeah, that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Against the Steelhawks for rough play. So the Wolverines, with their best field position here of the football game, terrific opportunity to tie it up here.
And they've been marching the ball well and added penalties in on that, and you got yourself a spot inside the red zone, and Wolverines are hoping to capitalize.
It looks like Busno's lining up at quarterback again. I wonder if something happened to Pine. That would be devastating if that were the case.
I'm sure Buzz, he's got some reps in there as a backup, so.
I see Pine over there. He's standing up on the bench, so maybe they just want to run this. And Busno gets in. Boy, that touchdown. Keenan Busno takes it in from 5 yards out to cut the lead to 1, and the Wolverines will have an opportunity to tie the game with 6:53 to play here in the second quarter.
And Pine looks no worse for wear, so I think that's what it exactly was, just a direct snap to your running back. Eliminate the middleman and let Busno do his thing, and obviously he's able to scamper in and hit Baydard for 6. Looking for the extra point to make it a 7-7 game. McCorkle in to do the kicking, Machoba Moore with the hold.
McCorkle. Oh, he gets the hold down at McCorkle with an absolutely beautiful kick. McCorkle was one of my favorite extra point kickers, watching him kick, because I just love how much height he gets under the ball, right? It's unblockable. He just gets under it so well. So great play there. And the Wolverines are tied 7-7 with the Steelhawks with 6:53 to play.
And it seems like a lot of these kickers are old soccer players or current soccer players, but you look at Koski and at Cora, you look at Carter, and they just do a bang-up job. They're pounding those extra points almost out of the end zone and up quickly and deep. So
you mentioned that because we were talking about this yesterday. In junior, like our junior game yesterday, their kicker is Cochamilio. Cochamilio's bombing it to the end zone. We have 3 guys. We have 3 players who can kick the ball off kickoffs, 70 yards if they wanted to. I don't know what it is all of a sudden with these kids and learning how to kick a football, but it's impressive. Like, I don't remember it when we played like that.
Oh, miscue on the lineup.
Didn't blow it in.
Okay, so waiting on the referees. They'll reload and get ready.
They got extra men lined up here to the left, to the Superior Heights right, so look for a short kick potentially, and they don't.
Lyndon DeVries on the kick. Con's got it, looks to the right side.
An outstanding contain there by the Wolverines. Number 9.
White Pines does a good job.
Caden Graubarger made a terrific play. That's what you call staying in your lane. So very well played there.
51 with the help on that one, Steve Day-Nolan. So Graubarger with a big stick there. Caden Graubarger, another great hockey player. Aggressive and bringing it to the football field now. I don't know that he played last year in junior, but or at least not in grade 9, but no, he would be in grade 12 as he's the same age as Jack. So,
okay,
so
yeah.
I'm doing my math here, and
Yeah.
Caden might be his first go at this football thing, and he's obviously making an impact and contributing to his team. So good on you, Caden. Keep on keeping on.
Goche lines up in the gun. 2 running backs lined up beside him to his right and left. He takes the snap. He hands it to Russian, and Russian with a nice run there. Oh, he stays on his feet and breaks some tackles, and he's still going forward, and he falls forward for a gain of 14 yards.
Thank goodness for being 17, because that was the hardest first down I've seen today. He
What
took
a run.
A lot of punishment, but dished a little bit out. So that's where in the fourth quarter a guy like Russian will wear down your defense. So the Wolverines are going to have to step up and keep playing tough, and you're going to get a heavy dose of Mr. Russian, number 1. Good hard run.
Goche again in the gun. He looks. He takes the snap. He looks left, and he hits. I believe that's Cuglietta again, and Cuglietta just turns on the Jets.
He takes it about,
and he
20
goes
yards down
21 yards for a big first down by the Steelhawks.
Need to throw some props there to 66, Keegan Standiforth, who just slowed up his end rush just enough that the quarterback had a chance to deliver the ball to Cuglietta, and of course Cuglietta took it the rest of the way, did the rest of the work from there, and some great speed on some of these receivers and backs.
Goche, he takes it, he fakes the handoff again, and he somehow gets out of the reach of Stephen Day Nolan. My goodness, I thought Day Nolan had him, but Goche able to avoid that and turns what should have been a loss of 3 or 4 into a gain of 4.
And I think that's one of those plays where he has an option to keep it or to leave it, right? Because he looked like he was tug-of-warring with his back there, and he wanted to keep it.
Absolutely.
And good choice. Picked up a few yards on the play. Didn't quite turn the corner, but 2nd and 7 on the play for the Steelhawks.
Goche. Oh, it fakes the handoff to the first guy. Gives it to, I believe that's Kahn, and Kahn follows his blocks, and he gets the first down. What a block. I believe that was number 1, Ty Russian, and number 12, was it Jacob Nelson that laid that other block over there?
There's 12 in the neighborhood. Also, 18, Nick Deering, I think, might have had
great.
something to say about that. So a nice job. And what a slick play with fake to the full.
Beautiful.
Back to the lead. Full gets out and puts a stop or a block on his man, and they able to. I thought they picked up the first down, but it looks like it's 3rd and short. And of course, I thought they were going to move the sticks, but they marked it short. He's short by 1 yard. 3rd and 1. Obviously, the Steelhawks will have to make a decision here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you kind of figure the Steelhawks are likely going to go for it.
Yeah. A lot of options. You can try to kick it into the end zone and get a point. You can try the field goal, but that's long distance from there. I think that would be about a 42-yarder. But seeing the way these guys have been kicking, may be possible. But at this stage of the game, I think where you're rolling with your offense, 1 yard is probably doable. You might ramble up with Russian or quarterback sneak there.
I liked your Carl Bonak reference earlier here. I don't know if we talked about this on the air before, but Carl Bonak, he was the weatherman here in Sault Ste. Marie, where anytime it was a beautiful day, he sounded like he was the saddest human being on the face of the planet. But then if there was a 50-centimeter snowstorm coming, he'd get all excited and really made a lot of people mad with that. So, and he was never right. You're right. So, Goche again here, and they try and run the freeze. It doesn't work. Good job by the Wolverines. Goche takes it, and Goche is going to go right under center, and he's just going to sneak right up and easily pick up the first down. Nice job again by the front line of the Superior Heights Steelhawks. Grayson Manarino with a nice block inside.
And a great job, and of course back to Carl Bonack. He canceled many of my golf nights until I realized that, you know what, I'm not going to trust him. But
Yeah.
Speaking of taking some notes, I think the White Pines Wolverines have to recognize on that 3rd and 1 that, Dakinen's going to jump up and do the under center snap keeper. So game within the game here.
Goche, 2 receivers lined up to his right, 1 to his left. There is a flag. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Steelhawks.
I looked like it was going to be setting up for a nice little rollout and a nice design. I'm excited to see that play if they decide to run it again.
It's funny, those receivers, when you're going to get a pass, you're trying to get a little jump there, but the official was right on the mark.
Yeah, every advantage,
Penalties
right?
against Superior Heights. That's going to back them up.
Sometimes it's inches
5
that
yards.
makes the difference
They're gonna
between
repeat
being
first
wide
down,
open
1st
and
and 15.
getting a good break. So a little overzealous there. It'll back them up 5, bring it up 1st and 15 with 3:20 to go in the half. 7-7 ball game, and a great one here at the field house at Superior Heights. Come on out for the second half. We'll save you a seat.
Goche in the gun. 2 receivers lined up to his right, 1 to his left. Russian lined up to his right. They're going to pass it here. And he's got a wide open receiver. A nice catch. He had to jump for it. But Tyler Greco, sorry.
Greco gets
What an effort.
somewhere inside the 20
Tyler
yard
Greco,
line.
as they deliver the ball to him, he looks a little injured on the play. But nice ball thrown, nice adjustment to make the
Keenan
catch.
Busno with the tackle. We do have an
Little bit
injury
high.
timeout. 2:15
Keenan Busno, number 2 on the tackle for the Wolverines.
Not only that, great play call, right? They cleared the zone on the deep post, it looked like. And then they had Greco run underneath, and that outside corner went with the deep route, and there was no one underneath to pick up Greco, and he had all sorts of space, and nice to see him able to kind of get up, and hopefully that's just, the wind knocked out of him, or maybe just twisted an ankle a little bit, but it'd be great to see him back out here after that catch with 2:58 to play here in the second quarter. We have a tie game, 7-all.
Let's give a shout out to the big dogs underneath there, because Dakin had the time to throw the ball, and they emptied the backfield, so no extra blockers in there. So a nice job by the offensive line to give them just enough time to release that quick ball, and nice completion to Greco. So 1st and 10 from the 18.
Yep, Goche has it. He's got
1st and 10.
Nelson
Superior Heights.
and Cameron Herndon lined up to his right. 2 receivers to his left. Some motion. Goche rolls to his left. He has an out route, and it's incomplete.
Goche rolls out. Pass intended.
Con dropped it.
Cole Con.
I can't tell if he.
Ball's incomplete. Right.
So pass intended for 80. Cole
set up
Kahn
2nd and
unable
10.
to squeeze it.
The call, yeah, because he gave a call like stop the clock, not incomplete pass. So that's why I couldn't tell if he had possession or not. So that is an incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 18-yard line with 2:49 to play for the Steelhawks. 2 receivers lined up to his right, 2 to his left. Russian lined up to his right with Deering lined up to Goche's left. Deering motions to the left again, and it's going to be another rollout left. And he's got a man wide open, but it's intercepted. What a play. My goodness.
Nice adjustment.
Was that-
play.
Receiver.
I don't know
was
if
that
was
Moore?
I think
Yeah.
he fell right into
Nashoba
the hands
Moore
of
looks-
Nashoba Moore.
Nashoba Moore just waited. He said, I've seen this route before. And he went off of his coverage and dropped. And that was a terrific play by Moore.
Nice play to pick that off, and a bold move for Dakin to go rolling out there again and going back to that pass that was open a couple plays earlier. I'd like to see them stay on the ground there. It seems that they're running the ball well with Russian and Dakin in on the option. So, but they elect to go to the air, and it costs them. But White Pines will have a long way to go to pay dirt. 2:44 to go. Lots of time.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say time it up for a couple series, back and forth, punts and such. So White Pines hoping to score here.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a huge opportunity for White Pines. If they can come, Oh, there's a fumble right off the bat. But if
Little
they can
confusion there,
somehow,
drops right
you
at
know,
the line of
muster up a
scrimmage.
score here, that would be a huge get for them going into the half with the lead. It looks like it'll be, they ended up losing, we'll call it 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 12.
Fumble on the play and recovered by the Wolverines.
Yes.
Correct. So 2:41 again is an eternity, especially in 3-down football. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and
Absolutely.
13. So they're hoping to get out from the shadows of the uprights here.
I don't want to say it, but decision time might be coming for the Wolverines as Pine, if this is incomplete. And Pine's pass is picked off over the middle. What a play there. And he returns it to the 2-yard line.
Looking up the middle.
Number,
And Superior Heights who picks it off.
46.
I thought it
don't
was
have
46, but I don't have a 46, which is unfortunate.
45.
Oh, 45.
45, perfect.
Michael Weiss with a heck of a football play
With the
there.
interception.
And the
Superior Heights
Wolverines
take the
give it
ball.
right back to Superior.
Inside the 10-yard line. Looks
And
like
he's
about the
taken
6-yard
down
line.
inside the 10-yard line with 2:18 to play.
And a big shout out to our spotters up here. We thought it was 46. We both got fooled. And 45 Michael Weiss with a nice interception, giving the Steelhawks now the momentum and ball on the 3-4 yard line. So
Props to Coach Kahn for that call as Goche lines up. And he hands it to Russian inside. And Russian's in for the touchdown. Ty Russian
touchdown,
with a
Superior
beautiful
Heights.
play. Nice run there, and good job again by the offensive line. Russian better go get that football.
no call on the
No,
play. So
no, that's good. Okay. So with
let
two-
them play.
Yeah, 2:14 to play. That turnover ends up being extremely costly for the Wolverines. And Mr. Do-It-All, Goche, is back on to attempt the extra point, being held by Deering.
Is it 16? 18. 18 Deering to hold. And they can try to stretch an extra point into a 14-7 lead here.
And the kick is good. You know, extra points in a game like this
Kick is
might
up
be
and
the
good.
difference. So
14-7.
outstanding
2:14
job
remaining.
by the Wolverines to capitalize. And the Wolverines with a 14-7 lead with 2:14 to play in the 2nd quarter.
And obviously, all the armchair quarterbacks are up here with me. And as I questioned why the Steelhawks put the ball in the air when the running game's been going so well, and do the same to the Wolverines. Throwing it from the 4, you open yourself up to an interception in your own zone. And the way that Buzzno's been running the ball, and they've been having some success. Again, if it works.
Sorry, I said Wolverines touchdown, but that's a Steelhawks touchdown. I was just corrected by my producer. I apologize to the fans. Man, that would drive me nuts if I was listening, so I apologize. Thanks, Jay, for picking that up.
There's a lot of Wolverines fans mad at you now because they think that their team went up a score late in the 2nd quarter. So
I'm
apologize to them.
I'm rusty. It's my first game back, and it's in a couple months, and I'm all flustered, and I apologize. I'll be better.
We're criticizing the players for the bad snaps and the rest, and we're blowing calls too. So thanks for your patience, guys. We're working through it. And if there are some names we're mispronouncing or some numbers that we're calling wrong, please feel free at Saultsports.com to send us a little note and tell us how poorly we're doing.
The Steelhawks on to kick it off here. They have 6 players lined up to the left, 4 to the right. I'd be a little surprised to see a short kick here, and that's just a little squib kick, which I like that call. And it's taken by the Wolverines. And nice tackle inside. I believe that was number
33 on the Gavin Nye on the return.
33 is Ty Couture.
Oh, I'm looking at Spears. I apologize. Yep, Ty Couture. Another mistake. Chalk one up for me. Ty Couture with the return and a nice big pop by the defender. Looks like Couture is down for a little bit.
So we'll give a little break in the play here. Let's review the game from yesterday, Scott, just from your perspective for those people that weren't able to tune in. Just talk about the senior game quickly and what happened in that game and just your thoughts.
Well, 2 heavyweights squaring off. The rivalry's live and well. 2 great offenses. core on the running side with obviously Gazzetti, but Caleb Thibodeau and Shafi. Some great weapons over there on the St. Mary's side. Matty Tucker playing some great ball, coming off his Ontario Championship win with the Sabercats. Throwing to guys like Carter, McPherson, Trudeau, all those awesome weapons that he has at his disposal. And it was a great game. Obviously, the difference in the game is over 300 yards for Gazzetti on 4 touchdowns. Caleb Thibodeau went down early, but then they gave the ball to Gazzetti, and he did his thing at 100 miles an hour. Caleb Thibodeau went out with an injury. Obviously, we want to report that he's doing well. Saw the doctor. It was not a dislocation, and he's hoping to get back later in the season. Yeah, so we wish him well. And he's here.
He's here down here. I saw him.
He's here on crutches and signing autographs. I gave him a big hug, and looking forward to see him play again. If you love football, you love watching guys like Caleb Thibodeau playing. And big shout out to him, and hope for a speedy recovery. But
and what a catch by Neshoba Moore, I believe. We'll see what the flag is. But my goodness, sorry to cut you off there, Scott, but
you can interrupt me anytime for a catch like that.
That was unbelievable, and what a throw by Pine. I'm extremely curious to see what this flag is going to be.
And it's even amazing to watch these super athletes. I mean, for him to go up at the top of the ball there, and the hops, the leaps, the hands, the catch, the bringing it in, well covered by the defense, but Moore pulling that one in is one for the highlight reels for sure.
That's going to be an illegal contact against the Superior Heights Steelhawks, so that catch will stand. And what a play! But you know, with 1:43 to go here, the Wolverines needed a chunk play, and that's a chunk play at 25 yards.
And a great ball thrown and a nice adjustment by Moore, and for him to pull it in again, just remarkable. And it's still a long way to go. They got 37 yards in 1:43, but again, that's an eternity in football time. And Wolverines marching, trying to get back to even.
Pine takes the snap. He hands it off inside, and what a hole there by the offensive line of the Wolverines. Busno wasn't touched for the first 6 yards.
And that's a nice feeling. Busno scampers for 7, 8 yards maybe. Brings up 2nd and 2. So a nice job going to the air, keeping it on the ground, mixing it up, keeping the Steelhawks guessing. So nice march for these Wolverines.
Garen Pine.
Gavin Nye with the tackle.
Gavin Nye on the tackle for the Hawks.
Lines up again. He's got a receiver lined up to his right. There's some motion by Loudon inside, but he hands it off inside to Busno, and the Steelhawks are able to stop him, but not before he gets enough for the first down, I believe.
And moving the sticks, bringing up 1st and 10 with 1:15 to go. Again, tons of time for the Wolverines to do their thing. Steelhawks hoping to answer and shut down this march by these Wolverines. So again, at halftime, we'll take a little 10-minute break. We'll come back and join you for the second half. We'll catch our breath. But we'll hold our breath now because 1:07 to go for the Wolverines.
Pine takes it again. Or sorry, that's Busno out of the Wildcat again. And Busno goes to the right. I think he fumbled. And the Superior Heights Steelhawks recovered, but there has not been an official call by the official yet.
Nathan Adams carrying the ball back to the huddle, but
there hasn't been an official call. The ball seemed like it was out before.
Pretty cash on the part of the officials, but Nathan Adams is securing.
Yes. And it is a first down for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. What a huge turnover with 58 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
And Nathan had himself a huge game, made a big tackle earlier, that fumble recovery. Tony and Jim must be thrilled sitting at home or watching here in the stands. Their son making an impact for these Steelhawks. So well done, Nathan. Having yourself a game.
And Neshoba Moore making that catch for his grandparents who are actually watching from Vancouver right now in Drover. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Neshoba has had quite the progression of his high school career here in Sault Ste. Marie and is sister is a heck of a football player in her own right down in Sioux Minor football. So thanks again for tuning in as the Steelhawks. Gauthier, he takes it, and Gauthier hands it off yet again to Cuglietta, and Cuglietta makes some guys miss again, and he gets enough for the first down. What a run at the end, but my goodness, I didn't know how people's legs can bend like that.
And that was a lot of green surrounding Mr. Cuglietta, so for him to slip through there, like a little elusive, say the least, and nice gain. First down moves the sticks. Going to be running out of time here, 48 seconds to go, but again, lots can change on one play. So
we haven't seen any big plays yet, though, really, from the Steelhawks, right? We know that White Pines has some big play threats, but Superior Heights has been, slow, casual drives. They're going to need a chunk play, and here's the attempt, and that's going to be that's going to be a flag.
Gauthier looking downfield.
And McCorkle almost picked off that ball, but I think it would have been for naught anyway because there was a little bit of hugging and squeezing on that pass coverage. So that'll come back. It'll be a pass interference.
Yeah, that one was pretty evident. You could see the jersey tug and everything else. So.
And I said that'll come back. I should say they should move it forward, and Steelhawks will advance and get a new first down, 15 yards up, and a nice throw by Gauthier. And had he not been interfered, I think we might have been wide open for a reception there.
They're actually calling a holding penalty on the Wolverines, so that'll go 10 yards upfield. It'll be a first down, and the Steelhawks will have the ball first and 10
after everything's said
from their own 45-yard line with 29.2 seconds to play.
So that's a holding call as opposed to pass interference.
That was the call.
Okay.
Yeah. Gauthier in the gun. Some motion to the left. Gauthier rolls to the left. And nice job by the defense. And terrific play. Who was that? Number 43? Was that right? Arthur Vincent?
43. Arthur Vincent with the tackle.
What a play by Vincent. My goodness. If Gauthier would have got around him, he had nothing but daylight for at least 25, 30 yards. So a great tackle by Vincent. And we're going to have a timeout. Steelhawks with 24.3 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
Got just enough of that jersey to slow him down, turn him around, bring him to his backside. 24.3 to go. And that's timeout Steelhawks, right? They'll decide what to do. 2nd and 12, is that?
Yeah.
2nd and 12.
It seems like, though, right, you watch the Steelhawks, and, every time either Deering or Cuglietta kind of motion to the left side, you always see Gauthier roll out to that side. So look for the Steelhawks to run maybe some sort of counter off of that or some sort of, backside throw, or have Gauthier roll the opposite direction at some point just to kind of throw a little bit of a wrench or a little bit of a wrinkle, into what they're doing on offense.
Yeah, and they're doing a nice job of misdirection, nice job of setting up different things, and it's hard to, as a defensive coordinator, to stay on your toes and be alert to all of those. So we got 24 seconds to go. Steelhawks break the huddle. They're going to set up on the ball. They're going to blow it in. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 43-yard line. So Steelhawks hoping to do something late here in the second.
Gauthier lines up again in the gun. Gauthier takes the handoff. He looks. And good pressure. Gauthier steps up in the pocket. And the receiver downfield was blocking before the... Yeah, no, he was blocking downfield while Gauthier was still behind the line of scrimmage there. And instead, if he would have turned back and actually looked for a pass like Gauthier wanted to, might have had something there. So it'll be 3rd down and 7, sorry.
And Gauthier was looking downfield, and he had him if he'd released. But these young receivers, sometimes they get caught up in excitement.
Yeah, what was impressive about Gauthier there was most of the time they're going to look to run, right, on those plays. And Gauthier actually did the opposite. He stopped and looked to pass, which is, that's tough for for quarterbacks at this age.
Yeah. And taking goes out, so looking maybe to punt and get rid of this ball and put it deep.
Chase Meyer on to kick it to Moore and McCorkle. I'll tell you this, I would not kick this ball to Neshoba. I can tell you that much.
Oh, just
and
barely
what a
got it
kick.
up.
And he kicks it to Neshoba, but it hits his leg, and it bounces, and it just sits there. And McCorkle wisely just falls on the football. So with 7.8 seconds to go, we'll see what Coach Baz and the Wolverines decide to do here, if they're just going to take a knee or if they're going to, try and make a big play here. Either way, can't really go wrong. Well, I guess you could go wrong if you throw an interception or a pick six or something, but
you don't get Coach Bazwa's big paycheck, but what do you do in this case?
oh, I'm taking a knee all day long. Yeah, I'm taking a knee all day long, or I'm running something safe. I'm running a power up the middle, and maybe a guy can break one, but whatever I'm running would be a very low-risk play. Yeah, and it looks like no, they are going to run something, so I might look for a handoff here to Busno maybe or something. Yeah, handoff to Busno. And Busno's swallowed up again by, I believe, was that?
And surprisingly, only 1.6 seconds ticked off the clock on that one, so
yeah,
they might have a chance for another play.
What a tackle by, I believe that was Bondar. But whoever made that stop deserves a heck of a lot of credit. That was beautiful. But yeah, good point. There was
great pursuit, great stop up, and again, maybe they're just trying to take it slow. And now, for sure, you would probably take a knee. Why risk it, right? And if you'd asked a coach bringing his first-year team back into the fold in the senior loop, if he was happy with a 14-7 deficit at the half, I think Will Bazwa is going to take that all day long.
Yeah, no question at all. So we'll see what they decide to do here. But again, I'm not sure why the Wolverines would have called a timeout there. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Use him or lose him, I guess. But maybe Will Bazwa turns into a gunslinger coach, and he's going to launch it deep and long and pray for a hail.
Jordan Robinson Wright, I believe, is the OC over there right now for the Wolverines, and it looks like they are going to run a play. So either you throw it up to Moore, or what are you going to do here? I would assume you're going to throw it up to Moore. And Pine looks to his right. Now he goes to his left. Or sorry, he went to his left. Now he goes to his right. And he just throws it up. And Neshoba Moore wisely just runs back to the ball. And he pads his stats with that one. But he comes up limping, which is exactly another reason why I would, you just kind of take a knee there or run a safe play, because you cannot afford to lose him. So after the first quarter of play here from Superior Heights, the Steelhawks with a 14-7 lead over the Wolverines. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Chris Carr on a chair, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with second half action. 7 lead. Scott, just talk about your thoughts on the first half and kind of what we've been seeing so far.
Well, it's a low-scoring game. I thought we'd have a few more points on the board, but like I said, both offenses have been rolling at times and then sputtering out, but some great plays. White Pines, I think, like I said earlier, coming in for an inaugural game, second game of the season for a new team. Got to be happy with a 14-7 deficit. We're going to see a lot of great action here in the second quarter as the kickoff happens.
And it's taken there by, I believe that's Moore. Nice to see him back out running as he was injured at the end of the half. And Neshoba Moore returns it for about 15 yards. And the White Pines Wolverines are going to start off 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line, going right to left on your radio dial.
And, of course, I said started off the second quarter. I meant the second half, of course. So second half underway here. And, of course, White Pines is hoping to march and close that gap, down by 7. Like I said, they're probably real pleased about that. A few things to fix up, a few interceptions out late in the half and change the dynamic of that end of the first half. But look for some great action here. We're glad you can join us here on Saultsports.com.
Pine in the gun. He takes it. He hands it off. Nice job again by that offensive line. And a big run up the middle by Busno. He picks up about 6 or 7 yards there.
Tackle by number 6.
Nice stop on the play by Will Madaw.
Fun watching Gavin Nye getting bounced and looking for a call from number 51 for the White Pines, but no call coming there. So,
wow, we've really upgraded the services here. We got lights and everything now. I like it.
Friday night lights, baby.
Yeah. The Wolverines take over, 2nd down and 5 here from their own 42-yard line. Pine takes it. There's motion to his right. He hands it off. And what a stop in the backfield by Kevin Jones, I believe, number 29. He takes down Nicholas Loudit.
Gets in the background.
Oh, sorry, Gavin Nye with the stop. And that's a loss on the play, and that's going to force the Wolverines to punt on the first possession here of the third quarter.
Sets up third
And a
ball.
big stop there for sure. Wolverines hoping to get things uncorked here in the second half to kick it off, but they'll be forced to punt. Looks like Conned the single back to return.
Looks like Cole Kahn back to receive.
And is
punt.
I believe that's Moore on to punt.
Yeah, so nice to see him and show more who limped off at the end of the first half. But
and Moore's kick is blocked. Sorry again, but it's oh, what a play by number 29, Kevin Jones.
Number 29.
And he gets a no yards penalty. Sorry. What a smart play by Kevin Jones. So he sees that ball bouncing. That takes a lot of guts to try and pick that up. And not only does he cleanly pick it up, but he forces the no yards penalty. And the Superior Heights Steelhawks are going to go up an extra 15 yards. And they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 from inside the 40-yard line, I believe, of the Wolverines.
And I believe once that ball is tipped, it's a live ball. So any of those green players around can.
Sorry, you're right. So they're calling a tip. So you are absolutely right. So there is no flag on the play.
So Superior Heights will
The
take
ref
over.
has to throw it, though, regardless.
1st and 10
Yep.
from the 50.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the
8-yard line
58-yard line.
of the
Sorry,
Wolverines.
there is no 58. From the
getting
50, from the 53-yard line. Oh, Phil, you got me. Good one, man. I don't even think he realizes what he said. Here's Goche. Goche takes it, hands it off to Russian. And Ty Russian with another huge run. And there is a flag on the play. He breaks another tackle. And he's still going. He's on his feet. And he runs 40 yards. But there's a holding penalty against the Steelhawks. My goodness.
Such a heartbreaker. Refused to go down inside the 13 yards, bouncing tackles and keeping on going. There was no stopping him except for the yellow
I knew
orange flag rather.
I knew Ty Russian was a good football player, but I don't remember him playing like this. This is unbelievable, like the improvement he's made.
I watched Mr. Russian from a young boy playing hockey, and he just had a fire in the belly, and he is mean.
Yeah.
Great outfield, big smile. You put a bucket on him, and he goes through walls. He is a machine.
Wow.
And shredded, big kid, nasty, mean, awesome, and all those are compliments.
Yeah.
He is an absolute warrior and a teammate I would pick any day.
Minus that flag, that might be one of the best runs I've seen this season. I mean, that was unbelievable. He must have, I mean, we'd have to go back and count, but, you know, he broke 6 or 7 tackles, it seemed, on that play. So, outstanding run. And unfortunately, it all goes for naught, as there was a 10-yard penalty. So, the Steelhawks will take over, first down and 20. And there's the snap. And it's fake to Russian, and Gauthier keeps it this time. And great job by the Wolverines as Tristan Hallsworth strings that one out beautifully, and that's a short game.
Landon Surratt also there to help, number 99, and number 4, Nicholas Laudet, helping out Hallsworth on the play. So hopefully Troy is up there cheering on his son, and congratulations, Tristan, on a great play. Keep up the great work.
The Steelhawks will take over, or will have the ball, second down and 15. And Gauthier takes it. He swings it out, and it's caught by Cuglietta. And nice job by the White Pines Wolverines defense, led by number 8, Moore. So the Steelhawks will be forced to punt here when it's third down and 13.
It's amazing how you talked earlier, how just the ebb and flow, how a big play, it swings the momentum and then draw back with a flag, and just shooting yourselves in the foot. And there's obviously, Steelhawks not to punt it away. Wolverines hope to turn the tide here, and it's the joy and the agony of high school football.
And what a beautiful kick that was. My goodness, that was a mile in the air. And what a catch by Moore. And Moore somehow stays on his feet, and he picks up about 5 yards. But what an unbelievable kick that was, and a nice job.
Number 29, Kevin Jones.
And isn't it amazing? I referred to it earlier in the junior game, how the junior game, although it's is great action and great football, the level at this senior division is just so much faster. The licks are bigger, the hits are fierce, and the execution is just a little more polished. And it's so fun to watch these games. The junior game, notwithstanding being a great tilt, this is just to the next level, and well worth the price of admission.
The Wolverines will take over first and 10 from their own 26-yard line. And there's a handoff inside. And what a defensive play there by the Steelhawks, as they are able to bring down Laudet after a short gain.
It seems that the Steelhawks have managed to solve this running game for the Wolverines. Wolverines had some good success in the first half running with Busno and Laudet and their backs. And now it seems that the Steelhawks have been able to step up and stop it. Good push from their defensive line there. Trying to get some numbers here for you. Running a 3-man front right now, so doing all that with firing backers. Callum Peterson being one of them on the D-line there.
And what a block by the offensive line of the Wolverines. And what a terrific run. I believe that's number 43, Arthur Vincent, with a nice run. And that's a first down on a second and long run. That's a huge play.
And, of course, there I go. Just when I start sounding like a genius, Vincent rips off one for 12, 15 yards, makes it a first down, and proves me wrong that the Steelhawks have solved the riddle. But Great job by Vincent there, carrying that ball, moving the sticks out to the 37-yard line.
Arthur Vincent's been a heck of a defensive player early on in his career. Plays a lot of D-end and does a nice job out there. As Pine takes it, he looks to his left. Pine scampers now to his right, and he finds Moore wide open, and a nice job by Moore. Makes a couple guys miss, and that's a gain of 20 yards, sorry. So that'll be a first down and 10 for the Wolverines with 6:21 and counting on the clock.
As nice as that catch and run was by Moore, the ability for Garen Pine to recognize, step up, do a little move to get away and deliver that ball is something special. That Garen Pine is truly an athlete, number one for the Wolverines.
Garen Pine has it. He takes it. He gives it to Busno. And Busno follows his blocks, but another fumble. And it sits there for the Steelhawks. And they're finally able to recover it. Number 7, Damian Hutchins. Oh, sorry, wrong team. Cohen Fremlin. You're absolutely right. My goodness, I think that's Busno's, 4th fumble on the day, though. So
he's got to put it away. Especially once the yards dry up a little bit, he's always trying for a little more. And Keenan's got to put that away. He's a great runner. Cohen Fremlin taking advantage of that. And obviously, number 7, very excited to pull that in as the ball was bounced around.
I think that was Busno. I'm not exactly sure who that was. It looked like him there, but
could well be. But either way, the Wolverines turn it over, and Steelhawks take over at their 40-yard line. So
it all, the turnovers are what's really hurt the Wolverines so far, right? But you would expect that from a young senior team, and that's what's kind of hurt them so far. As the Steelhawks have a big opportunity here. And there's another handoff to Ty Russian. And what a tackle by number 56, Austin Crawley. My goodness, I don't think we've seen anyone tackle him one-on-one so far. So that's the first time we've seen that. Nice job.
And you talk about the execution and the young players, and they're coming together, learning a new system. Some of them first time playing football or playing senior football, and a little bit of the rush showing. Those programs like Cora and St. Mary's, they had many kids playing throughout the summer and playing together and just having a little chemistry. So it's going to take a while for these two teams to step up their game and then round into form. So be patient. Lots of good things to come.
And there's another handoff inside to Deering, and Deering makes some guys miss, and he's brought down by McCorkle after a gain of 15 yards. And that'll be another Superior Heights Steelhawks first down.
Sorry, that was Kalen Cuglietta. My apologies.
Oh, sorry, Cuglietta then. That 16 and 18 look awfully alike, and it sucks when they're both in the backfield.
Yeah, it's easy to get confused by that. So, and we're doing it.
3:55 and counting here in the third quarter. Goche takes the ball in the shotgun again. And there's a run to the right side. Oh, and Deering gets tripped up by the 52-yard line. The turf monster jumped up, and
I was looking for the sniper.
Yeah.
He went down with uncontested, and I'm sure he'd like to have another chance at that because he had some blocking out in front of him. So
he was pointing at guys to block, and he lost his feet and went down. So it'll be second down and 11 for the Steelhawks. We have some breaking news, not of the positive variety, regarding an injury in the high school senior loop, which we'll talk about here in a bit, maybe at the quarter time. A young man with a pretty serious injury out for the year, which is disappointing. So we'll talk about that here shortly. As Goche rolls to his left, and Goche with a beautiful ball, but just out of the reach, out of the intended receiver. Couldn't really see who that is. Might have been conned. But nice route there. And they can't quite connect, so with 2:32 to go, it'll be 3rd and 11. It looks like the Steelhawks are going to be punting. McCorkle and Moore back for the Wolverines. They're inside their 20-yard line. On to kick. Number 10, Chase Meyer again, and my goodness, did he have a good kick, his first one.
Yeah, and I think it's a good smart play here. Lots of game left, and pound them deep. Make them, if they're going to score, come a long way.
What another unbelievable kick. And Moore, did Moore touch that? And he just falls on it wisely. There is a flag, though. I think the Superior Heights player thought that Moore touched it with his hand.
And by Moore's reaction, I don't think he did, or
No,
else
me
he'd be
neither.
more panicked. But you never know. You'll have to go to the replay for that.
So just
coach's challenge.
Yeah, the news that we just got was a big injury to the St. Mary's Knights as Darian Pucci has 2 fractured bones in his foot, and he actually played with a broken foot for 3 quarters yesterday. But that poor kid has just had a terrible batch of luck. He is an outstanding athlete, one of the better athletes in the city for his age. And, he was he had a really bad shoulder injury that he received last year and ended up missing football all summer, which was devastating to him because he had some opportunities to go to camps in Southern Ontario. And it's just really unfortunate that had to happen to him. He comes from an outstanding family with great parents, and he's just a really good kid, and you hate to see that happen. And hopefully his luck can change here after he heals from this one, because that's a big loss.
Wolverines keeping it on the ground, picking up a few, and it looks like it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 23-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the third quarter. We're expecting a big 4th here. Great close game. Haven't seen any scoring yet in the second half. Steelhawks still up 14-7 on the White Pines Wolverines.
So here goes Garen Pine. He takes it, and he hands it off inside, and what a run up the middle. And again, they're really trying to go after that football. You can see them grabbing at it. And that was number 43, Arthur Vincent, with another solid run. He picks up 6 yards on the play. He picks up about 6 yards, and that'll be a first down for the Wolverines.
And I'm always amazed at how much depth they have on these teams. The Green game earlier today, they were 3 and 4 deep into their backs, running the balls. And here, Vincent, not a starter in the backfield, but coming up and playing some big minutes, especially in the second half here.
And Pine, he just throws it up again to Moore. And Moore, that hit him right in the head. But what protection that was. I think that hit Moore right in the head, and hopefully he just has the wind knocked out of him. As how many times when you land like that do you get the wind knocked out of you? Looks like he's going to get looked at over by the bench.
And again, he's another guy that's playing both ways in special teams, and he's seldom left the field. So, at this point of the game, 3 quarters in, he's been asked to do a lot, and the body can only take so much. So he's going to take a little breather here. Hopefully it's just the wind that's knocked out of him. Doesn't look too serious. He's just getting up on his feet under his own power, which is nice to see. He'll take a spell, but you won't keep him out for long.
And knowing more, I bet you he was more disappointed at the fact that he didn't catch that one. He probably, even though that was double coverage and it would have been a highlight reel catch. He made one earlier too. He's probably kicking himself a little bit that he didn't make that one, even though, the percentages say he's not going to make that catch. So he's just hard on himself, but that's all right. Either way, terrific effort.
My coach used to tell me too, if it's going to hit you in the helmet, you might as well catch it.
Yeah, that's right. But you know what? Give Garen Pine some credit. I know that was a little bit of a wobbly pass there, but he split that coverage and dropped that where only his receiver can get it, which was a heck of a throw. So Pine, he takes it. Pine looks to his left, and he throws it up to McCorkle. And McCorkle, oh my goodness, almost with the highlight reel catch. But
it's actually Holsworth.
Or that was Holsworth.
Holsworth with a nice attempt on that ball, but that would have been a circus catch. It didn't even appear to be close, and then his long arms came out and stretched out and tried to bring it in just a As he hit the ground, I think it popped out. But what a great effort!
He got bumped a little early there too, which I noticed. So I was wondering if we were going to see a flag.
Almost surprised the flag didn't show, but yeah.
So the Wolverines will be forced to punt here with so it looks like Moore's back in the game, but he shouldn't be allowed in the game as it's only been one play. So the officials
are they turning a blind eye, or maybe they just didn't catch it.
Yeah. Let's see what if I was Superior, I think might have called a timeout. But if I was Superior, I'd be asking about Moore being on the field.
Absolutely. You want to take their best player off, or one of their best players. Maybe that's why they called the timeout, or were they short a man there?
I mean this as a compliment, what I'm about to say to White Pine, so I hope this comes across as one. But, in years past when you'd be coaching against White Pines, if you were coaching against them and they did something like that, more time, I don't think you would ever say anything, right? Just because you were so happy to be out there and the games, weren't always the closest games and you really didn't care as a coach. But, this is not the White Pines teams of the past, and this is a team that you need to be scared of, and this is a dangerous football team. So, I'm surprised a little bit that the Superior Heights coaches aren't saying something about it, because this is a close football game, and it's a competitive advantage to have him on the field. So, again, I mean that as a compliment that you would want more out here. And there's a beautiful kick again by Moore, and it's taken by Kahn. Kahn, he takes it, he cuts it up the field, and Cole Kahn gets to the left side. Unbelievable run. And he's finally taken down by Busno. Man, Cole Kahn, there's something about him, right? It's almost like his shoulder pads look too big or something, but he doesn't look like he can be as fast and elusive as he is. So it's sneaky, just like his dad.
He is a throwback, and he looks like with those big old pads that he's playing in the 70s, and he's getting away. But you know what? He's a big kid, much bigger. He's grown, obviously, in the last few years since I've seen him play in hockey. But he would always get away on the ice, too. They would hard to put a good lick on him, and he's running away from trouble here and making some great yards and doing a great job. So
it's an interesting story, right? AAA hockey player his whole life. Had an outstanding season last year. I mean, I think did he finish third on the team in points, I believe, last year on a team that made it to the finals of the provincials here in Sault Ste. Marie, and just decided that he wanted to try some other sports, and good for him. And here he is, playing some football and making a name for himself already early on in this season.
And there's so many players that play rep hockey that decide at the end maybe it's just time to get out and have some fun and hang with the boys, and here we are.
Here goes Goche. Goche hands it off again to Russian. And what a job of blocking inside. And Russian takes it to the right side. Again, he breaks tackles. My goodness. What a run by Ty Russian for 35 yards. And credit Kalen Cuglietta. My goodness, Cuglietta has played an outstanding football game today. But he was blocking that entire play. A nice job to help spring him there. But wow, is he fun to watch.
Ty Russian sure plays a mean pinball.
Yeah.
He's bouncing off there. They're getting licks. They're getting hits. He's refusing to go down. That's fun ball to watch. As a spectator, that is what you came to see.
Mm-hmm. No question. It's Goche again. I mean, I would just keep feeding him at this point. Goche takes it, but he hands it off, and Cuglietta gets rewarded for that beautiful block. And he gets it inside the 5-yard line. He's taken down on the 4.
Inside the 5, but not into the end zone.
I think Goche's getting a little greedy. He might want to call his own number here and try and scamper in. We'll see. We haven't seen him run as much in the first half, so we'll see if he can get to call his own number. But a nice job rewarding 16 Cuglietta with that ball after he did a bang-up job. I mean, that's a nice pat on the back by the coach to say, hey, here's your chance to take it and be a star.
And he's blocked outstanding all game. I've noticed Cougs a couple times lay some blocks out there. as Gauthier takes it. And Gauthier hands it up to Cuglietta right up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown.
Superior Heights.
Outstanding job by Cuglietta to score. And I'll tell you this, there's one thing, body language goes a long way in kind of how things go, and you see sportsmanship and how other people play. Ty Rushton has been an absolute wrecking ball today. He's been taking a beating. He's been getting huge gains. He has that big 35-yard run, and the first guy to throw the touchdown signal up when his teammate scores was Rushton. So that's what you like to see, right?
Yeah, absolute team guy. And answer me this question. Is Ty Rushton getting stronger as he's going along, or is he beating down his opponent and making them reluctant to fill in the hole and make a stick?
The Marshawn Lynch effect, right? It's like,
well done.
You're right, absolutely.
Great comparison.
Start at 4:45. Seniors start at 7:30.
Oh, so I was just about to do that, actually, and Phil jumped in. We were going to talk about the upcoming games next week. So St. Mary's Knights play the White Pines Wolverines on Friday night, and the Cora Colts play the Superior Heights Steelhawks on Thursday night here at the field. Should be a couple good games next week. I know, our kids we've watched at St. Mary's, we've kind of watched a little bit of that Cora White Pines game tape, and that White Pines junior team, man, they got some players there, and they, Marquis Strawbridge, Dre Busno, who I had the pleasure of coaching this summer. He was MVP of the league for Sioux Minor football this past season. They have some athletes on that team, so again, great job by Coach Baz and Coach Bouge to kind of keep this program going.
Yeah, and they had a great game today. I fell a little short against a tough opponent, but there were some highlights. There were some great kids there playing some great ball, and again, short on numbers, but long on talent, long on heart, and you're going to see some great things from them. Now, DJ Pine won his MVP of the game this afternoon, but could have gone to Strawbridge and Hassan. Islam Shafraz having a great day for the Wolverines.
Hassan's a heck of a football player, man.
And again, those guys were called upon to work all three phases: special teams, offense, defense, just because of the shortage of numbers and experienced players. So, big hat off to all the players today. But these White Pines Wolverines have come to play.
McCorkle takes it to the right side. He's trying to get the edge, and he's finally pushed out of bounds, and he's pushed out by number 10, Chase Meyer. Not only can he punt, but he can tackle. And the Wolverines will take over first down and 10 from their own 43-yard line with 9:35 to play. I mean, it's Canadian football, so 9:35 can be a ton of time, but you feel like the Wolverines really need a score here to kind of get back in this game and cut it to within one score. And again, they do have the home run threats to do so, so we'll see what they can get done here.
And I'd like to see Garen Pine on a play like this where you expect maybe a run to just air it out to roll out or stay in the pocket and launch. Defense a little rolled up, but stretch the field a little bit. Be something unexpected.
Busno takes it to the left side, and he picks up 5. You can see what the Steelhawks are doing now to Moore. They're rolling coverage to him deep, right? So that creates the deep route. They're almost like they're double teaming him. And they're boxing him in on the outside. You'll see Fremlin cheat over, and Fremlin isn't even hiding the fact he's doing it. Watch him on this play. He was fully focused. His whole body's turned towards him. Yeah. Let's see if he does it again.
And Cora did a nice job of shutting that down against St. Mary's yesterday.
Yeah, see him. He comes right over. Yeah. And nice block on the outside again by Moore. But what a tackle by number 3, Nathan Adams.
Again, Nathan Adams having himself a game. Talked to his mom at the break, and she's loving this game. She's hockey mom through and through. She's just excited to be here. Didn't even complain about the cold.
Big stop there. It'll be 3rd down and 5. And it looks like the Wolverines are going to go for it. So I agree with this decision. Like I said, I feel like they really need to, Ty Rushton's really worn down their defense. Their defense needs a bit of a breather. And they might have to go score for score here to stay in this game. Pine back to pass. Pine throws it up to Holsworth, and it's caught. Tristan
Beautiful
Holsworth
pass, number 3, Holsworth.
with a beautiful
He
catch.
holds it.
He gains
First down,
21
Wolverines.
yards, and it'll be a first down Wolverines. Scott, what a play.
Nice job by Garen Pine to get it gone because Nathan Adams was on his horse and he was coming. But again, Tristan Holsworth with the soft, silky hands like his dad, Troy. Oh my goodness. Never noticed Tristan as a baller, but I didn't see him last year playing. Well, he wouldn't have played last year, but emerging as a great threat here and on the receiving end.
Busno takes it up the middle. He gets another 5-6 yards. Good job there. Holsworth is a heck of a basketball player, too. I called quite a few of his basketball games down in junior and in, what grade is he in now, 12?
He's in 12.
Yeah, so last year he was in senior. Really good athlete for this Wolverines team. That's the thing, eh? You know, we talk about this all the time. It's not that White Pines doesn't have the athletes. You know, they have outstanding athletes. It's just they need a couple more, right? And that seems to be the issue every year. And nice to see that they have this many numbers out for senior as well. And there's a quick pass to the outside, and what a hit laid there. My goodness, how does Busno hold on to that? Nice sportsmanship again, but what a tackle by Daniel Collins. I don't know if that was intentional or unintentional, but what a tackle.
I think that was a bang-bang play. He caught it in his hands, and he got met. But nice job by Busno to hang on, and a great stick by Daniel Collins. Back to the Holsworth. I'm told that Tristan's almost as good a basketball player as Donna Laura, his sister, and Cece, who graduated a couple of years ago. So keep working, Tristan. There's room for progress, but future's bright for you too, boy.
Yeah, that basketball team at White Pines is going to be no joke this year, the senior team with Strawbridge there as well, assuming he plays senior. There is a flag on the play, but I'm not. Busno now takes it, and Busno follows his blocks, and he's ripped down
after the line of scrimmage
by number 6 on the outside, Will Madaw. So Will Madaw has been playing defense this year, I've noticed, but Will Madaw was a wide receiver, you know, for his junior career all throughout football, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, making the transition to the defensive side of the ball and doing a nice job over there. As we'll see what the flag is. It looks like the officials are talking about the call.
And you know what, sometimes you emerge in practice. You know, some of these guys have skills, they got the speed, they got the hands, and then you see them in practice or they work special teams for a few, and the coaches notice something, and then with a little fire, and you know, these animals, these ball hawks, these killers, and you know, that lends itself well to playing defense, because where you just have to read and react and go to the ball and sniff it out. And some of these monsters emerge from being primetime players or position players and go back on defense and come into their own as defenders. So
that's a big first down for the Wolverines.
It's a 5-yard penalty. First down for
as
the
Garen
Wolverines.
Pine lines up at center. He's got Busno lined up to his right, 2 receivers lined up to his right, and he looks to his right, and he has 3 guys wide open, and Nicholas Lauda takes it to the house for the White Pines Wolverines. What a beautiful throw by Garen Pine.
And Loaded happy that Wislocky didn't put up his hand, as there some confusion. I don't imagine you'd run a play where both are in that same
somebody
zone. But
probably ran a wrong route.
But worked out for the Wolverines as they score. Loaded in for the touchdown. Easily Wislocky could have lifted that and taken that one in. But again, a great throw by Pine, and you see his poise, his confidence, and he delivers a nice ball, especially across the middle like that.
Big extra point attempt here for the Wolverines. The snap's good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. And to your and there's going to be a flag there, I believe, against Superior for roughing the kicker, maybe, or roughing the holder. But the point I was going to make on Wisloski is that cannot go unstated. I don't know how he didn't know. You know, you wonder if you don't, you know, let it go, I'm here, I got it. Or, like, what instinct tells a kid that age to not go for a ball that's right there, right? Like, what a play. What a non-play by him.
Unless Lauda was yelling.
That's exactly it, yeah.
So, yeah, nice play executed. Obviously, you're going to go back to the film and say that was supposed to be an out or an up or got out of his way, because could be defended. But, hey, worked out for them. They're down to 7 now, and they're not going away. And like you said earlier, the bumps and bruises, the pain, the tired, the fatigue that they're feeling is a little less right now after scoring that. They got a moral victory, a little boost here, a momentum swing. They got the, they're still down 7 points, but this is where they say, come on, boys, start believing in it. And they're on the sidelines cheering themselves up there. 87 back to kick there. Lyndon DeVries. So he's going to try to pound it deep, I would imagine, make the Steelhawks run.
I was just about to say, I mean, they were able to give their defense a bit of a breather, which they needed. But, I mean, if you're Coach Baz, are you feeling like, hey, we don't have an answer for Ty Russian, and do they try a short kick here, right? Like, it's a tough call. What do you do?
Well, you know what, as I said, hopefully you kick it deep and make him run the length of the field because there's still 5:39 to play. It's not a horrible idea. And, again, as armchair quarterbacks, and the way DeVries is setting up with the ball there, it looks like it might be an overload and try to.
Yeah, and that's a 10-yard penalty, too, so they kick from the 50.
Yeah.
Which entices both, right? Like you go for the 1 point if you can, or
I think down 7, your onside kick, move it up 10 yards is even better because even if you aren't successful with the 10 plus, they still have to go 60 yards to make another score. So
it was running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker, which is why it's a 10-yard penalty. So there, the mic was on there. It looks like they got their mics up and running, which is nice. And if you take a look here, David Kirk kind of motioned way over to his left. We'll see if that means anything. They're looking left.
And they've done it a lot today, both juniors and seniors, so on both sides. So. No,
and they do
deep.
Kick it deep. I don't mind that at all if they can get a stop here. But he's got lots of room. And what a hole there. And another nice cut.
Oh.
What a move. That's going to be a block in the back.
And
number 16 again, Kalen Cuglietta with an outstanding run back. And I apologize, there was no flag for blocking the back. Must have got him on the side.
Sneaky and shifty. Or he might have got away with one. But Kalen Cuglietta with another great run back. And nice job of the Wolverines because he had a clear lane, as we could see, coming right through our living room here. But they were able to close it up and make sure that things were all shored up. So at 1st and 10 from the 45, Steelhawks take over.
The Steelhawks going to look to kill some time here, I would imagine. And it's a fake to Russian, and Gauthier takes it. And Gauthier's got some room. And he again unable to keep his feet. But what a run. That's a gain of 21. And that's a first down and 10 for the Steelhawks. Obviously, Gauthier comes from the Gauthier family here in Sault Ste. Marie, or I should say out in Goulet River maybe. His Josh, Matt, and Kyle Gauthier, 3 outstanding athletes, 3 of the best athletes in the city. And, that's the bloodline that goes there. So outstanding genes by him. And a smart play there. You see it. Fumbled snap. He saw number 14, Cameron Herndon, right there, and he made the wise decision just to throw it away. I love his football sense. That's the one thing about Gauthier that I've loved since I've watched him play. And he's really, impressed me even today. Again, I keep going back to that play where he could have ran the ball for 10 yards, but he didn't, and he was looking to pass. That's something that you don't see in a young quarterback very often.
And, when he played the Sabercats, you got to give him credit. He was a backup to Matty Tucker, but a bona fide starter here. No doubt there he's got some talent. Didn't like sitting on the bench, so he played defense and played very well.
And there's a handoff again. The ball hits the ground, but he's able to pick it up. And Cuglietta, he gets stopped, but there's a flag on the field. We're going to see what the call is.
50-yard line, we do have a flag on the play.
It's where you see a lot of sloppy, a lot of late in the game, a lot of missed assignments, a lot of poor exchanges. So hopefully both teams can shore that up and follow this through with 3:41 to go.
Big stop there by the Wolverines. You know, the one thing I might question is Ty Russian has been carrying you, and you need a drive, and you know, how do you not give him the ball on that drive, right?
And especially when he's a sure-handed, hard-running, you know, straight-ahead Tom Rathman kind of guy that's going to blow things up, wear that green side down, and you know, you can already see they're fighting as hard as they can. They're giving their all on the green side, but they are worn out. They've spent everything to get to this point.
And they have a huge opportunity here, and another outstanding kick. And it bounces, and it's picked up by the Steelhawks. My goodness.
That's
Ethan
a
McCorkle, who's generally very sure-handed, ball bounces off of him, and it's recovered by the Superior Heights Steelhawks. Inside the 30-yard line. James Newberry takes the ball. And
James Newberry, his biggest play of the game, obviously.
Is that the Saultsports turning point today or what? I mean, that's a big play.
And poor number 5, Ethan McCorkle, you know, like I said, sure-handed, and he's just trying to do too much. He wants the ball in his hand, a big primetime player. Give me the ball, coach. Tried to do just a little too much, didn't put away. And Steelhawks had the ball inside the 30.
And there's a handoff up the middle, and it's almost like they were listening to us as Ty Russian with a huge run inside the 5-yard line.
Now, as the coach of the Steelhawks, let's give it to one more time. He's earned it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a score yet today, but
I don't know, but he's certainly done everything but if he hasn't.
Yeah.
So
he's had a heck of a game here today, but a couple of these Superior Heights Steelhawks have had outstanding football games.
That's a 3-minute warning.
So Goche lines up in the shotgun. He's got Russian lined up to his right, and he's got Cuglietta to his left. There's the handoff, and he gives it to, or he keeps it himself, and he's brought down after a gain of 3. He gets down to the 2-yard line. Tackle. Does have 1 touchdown, so that's great. And nice tackle by Landon Surratt inside. Touchdown saving tackle.
yeah, absolutely. A nice job on the Wolverines to bend but not break, and hopefully they got one more stop in them here. Maybe force a field goal or a punt into the end zone for a Rouge, but Wolverines got to come up with something big for 2 more minutes. A great game. Both teams obviously will sleep well tonight. A few bumps and bruises. Watching Russian run the ball, rather, is something to behold. But a lot of great contributions on both sides by a lot of different players. Special teams, defense, offense. Obviously, the boys with the touchdowns and all the yards get all the herald. But, boy, there's some great performances, some real great football. We're glad you joined us here on Saultsports.com. We're here all season, regular season playoffs, bringing you games every Thursday, Friday, 4:45 for the junior starts, 7:30 for the senior loop. And you're not going to find better entertainment. And we thank you for your support here at Sault Ste. Marie High School of Sports.
Big play here, Scott. You know, this is a big second down. If the Wolverines can get a stop here, the Steelhawks are going to have an interesting decision on third down. So we'll see what happens if they can get a stop here first. But the Wolverines need to sell out on something here, you feel like.
Coach has been running up and trying to sneak. Let's see if he stays home. Trying to
That's a false start against the Steelhawks. And that's a massive, massive, massive penalty. And the players are actually yelling at the wrong guy. I don't think they noticed. I'm not going to say his name, but the wide receiver on the left side. He was the first one that was offside, not the guy they're yelling at. So
then they played fall the leader because there was a few that missed the hard call. But
how about you don't overcoach this and hand the ball to Russian again up the middle? You know, that's a tendency with young coaches, right? And DeSando, right? And you know, we all fall victim to overcoaching from time to time and thinking that they need to try something different. But, I mean,
second and goal again.
when's the last time we saw Ty Rushton not pick up 5-6 yards on a carry here today?
Grandma told me if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's go. And Grandma was a hell of a baller.
We'll see what they decide as Gauthier has it. And Gauthier takes the snap, and he just decides to run to his right. And he's tackled hard inside. What a tackle by Graubarger as he throws Gauthier to the ground. And now this is exactly what we talked about, Scott. Your third and goal from inside the 2-yard line. What are you going to do here?
Well, I'm going to let you decide because I don't get paid enough. But like you said, I think up 7 points, even if you miss the field goal, you get through the end zone with the leg. They're going for it, so they don't want to listen to me. But let's see if it works out for these Steelhawks.
Gauthier is going to try that sneak again, the Philadelphia Eagles sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. I feel like I'm watching Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. It's not exciting. It's not very sexy, but he, it works. So nice job by the Steelhawks, and they're able to extend the lead here to 2 scores with 1:41 to play in the fourth quarter.
Now, Coach, I noticed you didn't put your neck on the line. What was your plan for that?
I would have kicked the field goal all day long.
Yep.
Yeah, all day long. But,
absolutely.
Yeah, but it worked for them.
Well,
so yeah, good for them, right? I also think their logic was they believed in their defense. That can also show that you believe in your defense and you want to make them go 105 or 103 yards in a minute and 41 seconds, right? So either way, it worked.
I'll let you explain that to the media
exactly.
if we don't win. But like you said, you're a hero if it works.
Yeah.
And
that's blocked by the Steelhawks. Nice job. I believe that was Holsworth who blocked that. So with 1:41 to play in the fourth, the Steelhawks will be kicking off to the Wolverines. Do you want to announce the player of the game for the Steelhawks?
Absolutely. So after much discussion, and obviously every time we do this, we have to whittle it down. Lots of tremendous athletes playing big games. Honorable mention to Nathan Adams on defense, making some big stops and a fumble recovery. Ty Rushton obviously playing big ball and doing a great job. Dakin and Gauthier leading the charge at quarterback. But we're going to spread it around today. We thought that Kalen Cuglietta, number 16, had a great job blocking, gained some key yards, playing in all aspects of the game. And our game player for today from Wendy's and Team Essentials, athlete of the day, is 16, Kalen Cuglietta from the Steelhawks.
Yeah, the one thing about Cuglietta that we kind of talked about earlier, and, go back and watch the tape, is this guy blocks. He does it all. So a lot of those big runs that we saw were because of blocks he was making, and not only that, he runs hard and he's quick. So, take nothing away from the other outstanding players. There's going to be lots of games this season, but he absolutely deserves that today. And congratulations to Cuglietta as the Steelhawks are about to kick off. And they kick it to the left, and funny bounce, but what a catch there by McCorkle. He's somehow able to grab that with one hand, and McCorkle gets taken down by Nathan Adams.
Goes up the middle, gets past the
There's a part of me that wanted McCorkle to run back for a little redemption and make it a barn burner at the end of the game here. But nice job by the Steelhawks bringing it down at the 36-yard line. Maximo Eshkabach made the stop for the Steelhawks there.
And the White Pines Wolverines, we've decided on their player of the game as well. We'll announce that on the next short stoppage that we have.
So 133, White Pines driving.
Pine hands it off to Busno. Busno to the left side, and he's able to scamper for 5 yards.
4 or 5 yards.
Brought down on the play by number 33, Gavin Nye.
With the tackle. Sets up 2nd and 5.
1:27 to go here. The Wolverines are going to need something quick. They're going to need some sort of big play here and then an onside kick. With 1:27, the clock is running. 1:22 and counting. Pine lines up at the at the quarterback position. He takes it. He looks to his right, and he's got more. One-on-one, and Neshoba Moore. What a defensive play. My goodness. Carter Nebel played that exceptionally. He put his arm right up in between his arms and ripped out. But what I think the flag was maybe he got the body there a little bit quicker. You know, he got him on the body, but that was a nice effort by Moore and not a bad defensive play, you know, by Nebel.
Again, a great job on defense. Maybe just a little too aggressive. Looks like he might have the flag. Moore going up to get that ball, almost pulled it in.
Yeah, that's pass interference on the defense, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And the Wolverines will get 15 free yards here. Little surprised that Superior didn't roll coverage over to Moore there. That was the first time we've actually seen one-on-one coverage on him in a while, and you kind of see this now. Now they're still going to play one-on-one coverage on Moore on the outside.
That's know something we don't.
Yeah, and there's Pine, and Pine looks over the middle, and he's got nobody. Great coverage there by the Steelhawks.
Yep. I think Loden might have broken off his rope, but they were there to cover anyway, so I think Steelhawks had that defended. So looks like 2nd down and 10. They're from the 54-yard line, so needing a quick score here. Needing 2 scores to be a factor in the game, but starts with 1, looking downfield. I think we'll see them throw the ball again. Garen Pine's doing a nice job of airing it out. You can have somebody run underneath it. But again, these green guys are getting real tired. But no quit in the Wolverines, so.
Garen Pine takes the snap. He looks to his left, rolls to his right, and he's got Busno deep. And what a throw by Pine, but Busno stopped running a little. I don't think he realized Pine could throw the ball that far. But what a throw by Pine, and Busno had a step on his man there as well. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. This is the game right here. If the Superior Heights Steelhawks can get a stop, they can just kneel out the clock going forward.
And big props over there to Will Baswa and his staff coming out here, and big underdogs in the game against a tough Superior Heights team. And there's great parity in this league. There's all the credit given to Cora and St. Mary's and them being the favorites. But you don't want to sleep on either of these teams. They can come out and surprise you. Superior Heights showed some great offense. White Pines, great job. And they're not done yet.
Again, Pine takes it. Pine with a quick little throw. Nice little crossing route there. And it's taken by Loudon, and Loudon able to get about 15 yards. He's able to get the 1st down. Kevin Jones with another stop.
Great play call, too, because you're probably expecting that the Steelhawks are going to play prevent, allow them and everything in front of you. They took what they were given there down deep and nice crossing pattern underneath, and able to pick up the 1st down. Running out of seconds, but still 44 seconds to play. Snap that ball.
Pine takes it. He looks. Pine with a nice move to the outside, but he's got pressure all over the place. And it's almost intercepted. He was intended for Moore.
Trying to get it down to either Neshoba Moore or Hallsworth.
Speaking of Garen Pine, the Wendy's and Team Essentials player of the game for the White Pines Wolverines will go to Garen Pine. Garen came out today, and his first game as a senior. The second game as a senior? Or first game, eh? And he came out today, and he led this offense. He has great poise in the pocket. He threw some beautiful balls here today. So congratulations to Garen Pine for his Player of the Game award. And he takes the snap here, and hopefully if he's on cue, he throws a touchdown as he directs traffic. And he throws it up, and is it caught?
Oh, it hit the
ground.
ground.
My goodness. What an effort that was by Wisłowski. And what a throw by Garen Pine. He threw it over triple
Number
coverage.
13.
So with 20.8 seconds left to go, the Superior Heights Steelhawks will come in here and kneel it out. And what a game we saw today.
What a great finish that would have been for Garen Pine to complete that. Was Lockie down there available that delivered a nice ball. And Garen, congratulations on the Player of the Game award. You played like a warrior. You and your Wolverines should be proud. And make sure when you get that Wendy's gift card, take Mom Sherry for a burger.
Absolutely.
She's giving you all the skills and the fire and the heart. So make sure you treat her and Dad to.
Sorry, I thought that was third down. I forgot about the first. So this is third down, as that was second down now.
Oh.
So it looks like we're going to have another one. And Pine rolls, and Pine just throws it up. And it's caught again by Loudit.
What a beautiful catch. He comes down with it. First down, Wolverines.
And about, 3 or 4 seconds ticked off the clock there?
Yeah.
At the end, again?
Let's not count out the Wolverines. Touchdown here, an onside kick recovered for a touchdown. They're back in the game. But, yeah.
10.6 seconds to go. There was a few seconds that clicked off there after he was registered as down.
But again,
so the clock is running. They'll have to get this off real fast. As Pine has it, he needs to get in the end zone here.
Got a chance.
And he throws it up, and it's incomplete.
Jumps in front of it.
And
Excellent defensive play. Pass intended for Halsworth.
Pass intended for Tristan Halsworth, incomplete.
And the clock expired, but the referee might give them one more play because there was still time left on the clock when that went to 0.
Looks like there's time for one last play.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you joined us, you've seen a beauty. This is what we're going to bring to you every week in the same areas, or Sault Ste. Marie High School football loop, so don't miss it. Every Thursday, every Friday, you'll have us here on Saultsports.com as we wind down this one, a fantastic game.
And here's the last play. Pine takes it. Pine looks to his right. He throws it over yet again to Loudit. And Loudit's taken down by number 44, Albert Perot. And that'll do it for the game. The Superior Heights Steelhawks with the 27-14 victory. Congratulations to Coach DeSando on his first senior victory. From Superior Heights Field here in Sault Ste. Marie, I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Scott McPherson, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. We'll be back on Thursday night for live action between the Cora Colts and the Superior Heights Steelhawks.